Hey guys, welcome back to Cruiserman's Inventions. So I'm just going to quickly brush through what I'm up to. Like, I was scavenging around yesterday trying to find all these different motors and all this different thickness wire and stuff that I needed. And then I come back to, this is the one that came out of the washing machine bike. This is wired in the 24-volt wiring diagram. And I'll show you that in a minute. You can see all the clips and stuff and how it's all linked in. And um, I'll show you what that is. The 24 wiring Oh, one more thing. The wire here is up to 1.6 millimeter wire. So the standard stuff that come on the washing machines is only about a millimeter big. So by upsizing it to 1.6, I was gaining 3 times the speed. But if I rewired it in this gauge wire, it wasn't running very fast at all off a 1000-watt controller, 48-volt brushless one. So I rewired this one into this wiring diagram, which is what everyone's doing at the moment, and that goes back to 12 volts. So what it is, guys, is positive, negative, earth, and the power comes in here, positive, negative, earth, to the 3 poles. And at the ends of the windings of the 3 poles here, you join them up and they get soldered up together. And there's many of groups like that all the way around here, and then they get joined up by these wires. So that's why there's looms like this around, positives. So it joins up every positive, another positive, another positive, and then the negatives, and then the earths. So and then they get tied off at the end to complete the motor, and then it's also got an input. So my one here, because the rotation was different, I rewound the whole thing backwards, and it worked awesome. So the 24 wiring diagram is, you come in power here to the positive, and instead of tying them off here, you go to the next one, keep it going, and then tie it off. And the 36, you just keep it looping from, first pole to the next pole to the next pole, and then tie it off at the end. Same with the earth, the negative here, spin it around, loop it over here, spin it around, and then tie it off. So if you want 48 volts, you add another 3 over here, and then, you know, tie the whole 3 in like this. I started on the positive here, and to make it easier, you can color code them red, like this, red, black, green, red, black, green. So I started on the red, see, looped it here a few times, then there, and this is 4.5 times with wire, see, and then that ending's left off, and then I'm going to do all the negatives and the earths, and then solder the ends. So this is the 48 volt wiring diagram, and so yeah, yet again, got to come in with extra wire like this stuff here, and all the positives got to join up. But this is only really 3 sets, 3 little motors in this one big motor of 36 poles, right? So anyways, guys, sort of fast forward, I went back to this motor and I thought, well, it's been a good generator, but when I turned it back to 12 volts, I couldn't really do anything with it. But stock standard, I could run big light bulbs off it and battery chargers off it. But that was about it. I couldn't run anything else off it. And that was stock standard, unwired, at a slow rotation, right? So each one of these covers these like little wiring things. I've been taking them off here, spinning them up on something else, and then getting 4 of these poles, because this stock standard, these are high voltage, low amperage. They come stock standard 240 volts, and they can handle 110 volts, but only really 10 amps. And they got a lot of windings, yeah. And I thought, well, it would take 4 poles, and I'd done a whole lot of measurements, guys, and I come up with an idea that this here, measured at 12 foot each pole, will go backwards and forwards 4 times. So I used 4 poles, done that, put it up on the tree, spun it around, and got these. So now look at my gauge wire. It's all properly laminated stuff, so it's not going to have no reaction. This stuff here, it's not varnished, so it's not going to work unless I take every piece and insulate it up and then put it on. But this stuff here, so 1 coil, 2 coils, I need 9 of them. I'm going to get 9 out of here and then wind these back on the poles and do the 48 and complete this, the 48 volt wiring diagram. So yeah, it'll be less turns, worked out it'll be 10 turns per pole, and do that configuration per the 3 and then tie it off at the end and then keep going all the way around and then join them in. So yeah, positives together, negatives together, earths together. You know, that's separately. Not yeah. So cool, guys, awesome stuff. Hope this helped out some people, because there's a lot of different wiring diagrams that you can go through with these, but you just got to use whatever one suits you basically, and there's a lot of them. So yeah, thicker wire I'm going with, less turns, higher amperage, lower voltage, but I'm still going to put 48 volts at 1000 watts through it, so it's going to be awesome test. Stay tuned for part 2, guys. Cool. Cruiser Man out, guys. Big ups to my boys, Latrell and James. Cool boys. Cruiser Man out.